About 13 miles from downtown Atlanta, welcome to Truist Park. Interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Cleveland Guardians going up against the Atlanta Braves. First pitch coming at you right after the break. And on the hill, Jose Ramirez. What do you got on him, Chris?
Well, they're going with the opener in this one, so this is an interesting look. He's probably only going to pitch an inning, maybe two at the most, and it's going to be unconventional. I think he's going to pitch backwards, more off speed, and then fastballs late.
All right, just about ready for baseball. Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians.
Stephen Kwan.
And we're underway.
Ball.
That one fouled off. And a swing and a miss.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
And that skips into dirt.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking it bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Gets a piece and stays alive. In the air out to center. Dubon grabs it on the run. Here's the Guardians lineup now. And Chris, this group has been struggling to put up runs lately.
Well, they haven't been on base a ton, and even when they are, they haven't been hitting very well with the runners on base. So they need a player or two to really step up, have some quality at bats, hit according to the situation, and sort of break out of this. I think if they do, the rest of this lineup will follow.
Bunting for a hit, he pops it up, brings it in, and there's two away.
Batting third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Jose Ramirez in the box. He's a player capable of being the engine of a lineup.
Yeah, every team in the league wants a player like this, and plus, he's a big video game guy, which is always a bonus.
That one's upstairs, ball one. Drilled in the air out towards right center. And that is that. Middle of the first. No score after a half inning. Back at Truist Park. And on the mound for Cleveland in this one, Slade Ciccone. How about a scouting report on him?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
This one in the air center field. Kwan under it. And a quick out, number one. Here's the Atlanta Braves lineup. They're facing a pitcher today who's prone to giving up homers, so we'll see. We might get some big swings here today.
Yeah, Boog, one reason for those long balls comes from the lineup being aggressive and confident. If they maintain that approach, they could hit a few more today.
Here's the catcher, Drake Baldwin.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
There's a strike. Next offering is fouled back. Close one, doesn't get the call. Going to count 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. That's a little bit low.
Ball.
Good eye right there.
That's a ball.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And that's an 8-pitch
Inside, ball
walk. He
4.
really
Take your
made the
base.
pitcher work for that one.
Batting third, designated hitter, Matt Olson.
Fouls one off out of play. Back to our left. Man at first, one away. Next offering is fouled back. The 0-2. And that one upstairs, ball 1. In the dirt, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead. Doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
Baldwin over at first with 1 away. Ground ball right side, and it goes just foul. Comes a 2-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Next offering popped in the air, right field. Out number 2.
Batting fourth, third baseman,
Austin Riley at the plate. Line drive, base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Batting fifth, left fielder, Mike Yastrzemski.
Ball 1, no strikes. Two on, 2 outs.
Good spot
that's
for the
outside.
hitter.
Ball.
Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
That one is cut on and missed. Looked like a changeup.
Really good changeup.
Inside,
Ball, that's
almost got him.
Good pitchers make pitches in big situations, and right here with a middle of the order hitter up, runner in scoring position, he's got to find a way to throw a quality strike.
3-1 is on the way. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the third out. We played an inning, no score. Back in Atlanta, Truist Park. Top of the second, Kyle Manzardo digs in for the Guardians.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
Hee-haw!
And he grounds one back up the middle. Nice grab. Over to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
Batting fifth, first baseman, Rhys Hoskins.
This to third, and that's just foul. The 0-1.
That's down. That's a ball.
Our umpire behind the plate, Jerry Hillsdale. High praise for Jerry when we talk to people around the game.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Boog. He's very straightforward, very consistent back there. So most of the time, you're not even going to think about him. That's a good thing.
No,
And that's
out.
outside. And a count 2-1. Fought off foul. Now all even up. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Batting sixth, second baseman, Juan Brito.
And now the rookie second baseman.
No, that's out.
The lefty, the 1-0.
Hey, X.
No score here in the second.
Ah!
The 1-2. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Clips the corner. That's strike one. And here's a challenge. That looked like it missed to me. Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. They'll keep both their challenges. And there's a foul ball. Misses
That
inside.
missed. That's a ball.
Ball 2. Foul ball. Two. Hoskins off of first with 2 away. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Got him. Out number 3. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom of the inning.
Leading
Now in
off
for the
for the
Braves, Ozzie
Second
Albies.
baseman, Ozzie Albies.
You have to be
Nope,
creative
ball.
pitching against bad ball hitters. You got to add some velocity, subtract at times, Just avoiding the heart of the plate isn't always going to be enough. Guys like this can hurt you.
Oh, nice stop on a slide. Nicely done for the out.
Batting seventh, first baseman, Dominic Smith.
Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. And the 0-1. Late on that fastball.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
That was pretty nasty.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. You got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
And now the center fielder, Michael Harris II.
One.
Two down, nobody on. And a foul ball. Outside low, ball 1. Ground ball up the middle, that's a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Batting ninth, the shortstop, Mauricio Dubon.
First pitch swinging.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. And the inning is over. We'll move to the third with no score. New inning getting started. Stepping up for the Guardians, Angel Martinez. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And a good start to the inning.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
Out front, rip foul. The Braves bullpen has some activity. Yoel Payams, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Top of the third, no score.
Ball.
And that one up and in. Look out.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Martinez aboard here at first with nobody out. And that one fouled off. This one in the air, center field. Harris in position. Makes the grab.
Up next for Cleveland, center fielder, Stephen Kwan.
So the Guardians lineup turns over. Stephen Kwan will hit next. Flied out his first time. And a foul ball. Here's your 1. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. Here's the 0-2. Stays alive. Swing and a ball line to center. He hauls it in. 2 away.
They couldn't have asked for a better out. Makes a great play on the line drive, and they keep the runner at first. Just like that, they're almost out of the inning.
Late with the swing there. The 0-1. Swing and a foul out of play. Not close with that one. Ball 1. Upstairs. Step off throw to first. Martinez back in on a dive. Got him looking. And that will end the inning. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now the leadoff spot for the Braves, Ronald Acuna Jr. Swinging a foul straight back. Here comes the 0-1.
Curveball kind of backed up on him there. I think it just slid out of the hand a little bit too soon.
That one way outside. Yeah, that's ball 2. Sliced hard but foul. In the air to left center. Kwan on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch.
Up next for the Braves, catcher, Drake Baldwin.
Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
Swing and a ball lined out towards center. 2 up, 2 down.
Up next for the Braves, designated hitter, Matt.
And the batter now, Matt Olson. Flied to right his first time. Ground ball right side. It squirts through. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
What a stop. Goes to second with it. They take the force out. Misplay doesn't cost them. Inning over. Braves strand 1, and we are still scoreless.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the
back,
Braves,
and now on the mound to start the
number
fourth,
34,
Yoel Payamps.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Here's Jose Ramirez. Flied to right his first time. Just
That's the
missed.
ball low.
I think he was sitting off speed right there because he just let the fastball go by.
And that one hammered. Bangs off the wall. Safe at second with nobody out, and that double has the go-ahead run in scoring position.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Man at second. And that drops in for a strike. Ball one there.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Pitch misses there. Ball two.
Great job of laying off those pitches down in the zone to even the count up at 2-2. Such a better feeling for the hitter.
Here's a 2-2. On the ground to third. Riley tosses to first. That's the first out in the top of the fourth.
Up next for Cleveland, first baseman Rhys Hoskins.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Rhys Hoskins getting ready to hit. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Ions checks the runner. Ramirez back on a dive. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. A 2-run homer, and the Guardians jump in front. It's 2-0.
The one thing the pitcher didn't want to happen just happened. That's not an easy one to stomach. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Two runs across in the inning, top half of inning number 4. Line drive, that's a base hit out into left center field. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Up next for
Nice
Cleveland,
job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Bo Naylor at the plate now.
That's down.
And the 1-0. That one in there across the letters. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2. Missed with a changeup. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Fastball
That's
is
the ball.
outside. He swings and hits a fly ball center field. Makes the grab on the run. 2 down.
Up next for Cleveland, left fielder Angel Martinez.
So up next, Angel Martinez. 1 for 1. He singled to left his first time through.
Ball. Hut. Ball.
That's smacked on a line to center. And that is that. Long ball draws the Braves closer. It's now a 2-0 ball game. Bottom of the 4th. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Mike Yastrzemski. There's a swing and a drive, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Around first, heading for 2. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
Anytime you can drive a ball into the gap the other way, it feels so good, and that's when you know you're right where you need to be at the plate. It's even better when it gets you extra bases. Gotta love looking in at your dugout and seeing your teammates fired up.
That's a ball.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Battling here as he fouls it away. Misses inside. And a count now even up. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. So now with one away and a man at second. Now it's Dominic Smith. He's 0 for 1. And that is out of play. Right side. Hoskins takes it to the bag, and 2 away now.
Up next for the Braves, center fielder Michael Harris II.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Just missed. And a count 1 and 2.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
1 and 2 now. Good job to fight that one off. Up the middle, Rocchio. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. 1 left for Atlanta. They trail things here 2-0.
Pitching for
We're
the
back,
Braves,
and there's a new arm on the
number
mound to start the
75,
fifth. Robert Suarez.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Here's Brian
Leading off
Rocchio.
for Cleveland,
Fly to center his
shortstop,
first time.
Brian Rocchio.
That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Right through there for a strike. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Got him. One away on the strikeout.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still laid on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a
Center
fastball.
fielder, Stephen Kwan.
Oh, yeah. Ball.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. 2 away now.
Up next for Cleveland, right fielder, Chase DeLauder.
2 outs, base is empty. Now the number 2 hitter, Chase DeLauder. And that one fouled off. The 0-1. And a strike right through there. That one at triple digits. Got him swinging. The Guardians go down in order, but they're on top 2-0. We head to the bottom of the
Leading off
fifth.
for the
Now in for the Braves, Mauricio Dubon.
Dubon.
You know, these Braves doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. Starter's leash has to be getting tighter with his pitch count where it is, but so far he's been really effective in this one.
Line to second, snagged on the bounce, and they get the out.
You know, sometimes it just takes getting to the bullpen in order to be able to score runs, and that might be the case today. No, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Fastball for a strike at 95.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
Throws to first. Home half of the fifth inning, moving along. 2 quick outs. Made quick work of him right there, Siggy. I know that's the kind of at-bat maybe leaves a lot of fans wondering, what was he doing up there, right?
Yeah, and I get that. I mean, you take 2 straight strikes, then chase one way out of the zone. It's just not a good at-bat. It'll leave you shaking your head as a hitter, if not worse. But there's always going to be those trips to the plate where you're just lost up there, and that was one of them for sure.
Baldwin in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Two down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he's attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
That's a ball.
That one the other way, and that's a fair ball. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in. There's the tag. They get him, and that's the inning.
Batter tried to stretch that one into a double, but he wasn't about to let that happen. Nice job to get to the ball and fire that one into second just in time to get the out and end the inning.
Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far. And now, Jose
Leading off for the
Ramirez.
Guardians, third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
That was
That's high, that's the
absolute
ball.
gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
That one pushed to the left and foul. Suarez, 35 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. That catches the corner. Ramirez wants to challenge this, thought it was a ball, and that one just barely missed. The call is overturned. So they've still got both their challenges. That misses.
No, that missed.
Ball three. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
These guys today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
Hard one.
Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. Throw bounces, and he's in there safely with the stolen base. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. And we're the top half of the sixth. Caught him looking for the K.
Gosh, here it is, hit it. 3-pitch strikeout, all fastballs. Man, he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch right now.
And it's Rhys Hoskins up to the dish. He had a big swing back in the fourth, a 2-run homer, and that helped them get the lead.
And what a swing it was, Boog. Poetry in motion. And those are the type that you hardly feel when you connect with the baseball. Just so smooth, a great feeling off the bat.
Pickoff move to second. Ramirez dives back in safely. A little bit high.
That's a ball.
And that is ball one. On the ground to third. Riley fires to first. Now 2 out.
Up next for Cleveland, second baseman, Juan Brito.
Here comes the manager out of the Braves dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Robert Suarez will depart, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching for
They
the
turn
Braves,
things over to the southpaw,
number
Dylan
52.
Lee.
And that's a big potential run out there at second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
Ball.
Challenge from behind the dish here. Pretty close, but it was a ball. One challenge remaining for them now. Man on second, 2 down. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Yastrzemski under it. And that is that. The Braves pen comes through in fine fashion. Heart of the order, 3-4-5 coming up. It's the Guardians 2 and the Braves nothing. Bottom of the 6th inning. So here's the Braves designated hitter, Matt Olson.
Well, these fans definitely want to get involved in the game. All it's going to take is to get the leadoff man or even a base runner on. Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. Been painting the corners, working on the edges and changing speeds. Just a difficult one. You tip your cap.
The 1-1 is fouled off. The 1-2. Now one
Ball.
missed. And that's
Ball.
downstairs. 3-2 now.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
Swings through it for the K. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch, top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Clips the outside corner. That's strike 1.
That's a ball.
That's to third. Ramirez. To first. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Braves, left fielder
Mike Yastrzemski up here. 1 for 2.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
Two down, nobody on.
Nope, ball.
And a big swing and a miss.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Here's the 2-2. And they'll do it again. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss, struck him out. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here in Atlanta, we go to the top of the 7th. Bo Naylor digs in for the Guardians. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Action in the pen down there. Aaron Bummer, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. The 0-1. That one lifted to left. Yastrzemski drifts towards it, and there's one down.
Up next for Cleveland, left fielder Angel Martinez.
On the ground right side. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. The underhand flip, and it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out.
Brian Rocchio.
2 down, base is empty. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Brian Rocchio, a switch hitter batting right.
No, that's low. Ball.
That one
That missed.
outside,
That's a ball.
and the count is 2-0.
Hee-haw.
Pitch
That's
misses,
the ball.
and now 3-1. Foul ball there.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Ground ball left side. Guardians go down in order. It's the Guardians 2 and the Braves nothing.
Now pitching for
The
Cleveland.
Guardians going with a new
Number
pitcher,
49,
Colby Allard.
Colby Allard.
He's pitching on 2 days rest.
Leading off for the Braves, second baseman Ozzie Albies.
Inside. Ball.
Here's a 1-1. That one inside. Look out. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Up next for the Braves.
Dom Smith stands in. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike one.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
And that one is lifted in the air. DeLauder under it. He's got it.
Up next for the Braves, center fielder Michael Harris II.
Here's the pitch. Runner goes up the middle, throws to first in time, and there are 2 outs. Manager out of the dugout now, and he will make a move to dip into the Guardians bullpen. Colby Allard gives way. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching for
So Cleveland brings on a new reliever,
52,
Matt Festa.
Pretty big spot he's coming into, trying to strand that runner at second base. So he's going to need to make some quality pitches. He does have first open if he needs to use it.
So now the injury forcing a substitution at second base. Braves going with a pinch runner, Kyle Farmer. Here's Mauricio Dubon. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
Cleveland has some action going in their pen. Cade Smith, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. The Guardians trying to protect a 2-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
The 1-1. Line to left. Fair ball. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He'll score easily. And now they trail by 1. And the double puts the tying run in scoring position with 2 away.
Well, back within 1 as he brings home the run. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
So the tying run at second. That one ripped but foul.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
The 1-2. Swing and a pop-up. Under it. And that is the inning. The Braves add 1 on the RBI double. And it's now a 2-1 ball game.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the
back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Aaron Bummer. He's been so good against lefties. Stephen Kwan now at the plate. 0 for 3 in this one. Movement in the Atlanta bullpen. Tyler Kinley, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. Makes the grab, 1 away.
Up next for Cleveland, right fielder Chase Delauder.
Check swing, he held up. Ball 1.
Gosh, Boog, I think he's trying to deke the pitcher. There's no way he's thinking he can hit that pitch.
No, that's in.
That one misses, and now 3-0.
Right through there for a strike.
That's ball 4.
That's ball
Tried
4.
another
Take your
fastball,
base.
but missed
Up
the
next
spot.
for Cleveland, third baseman Jose Ramirez.
Now it's Jose Ramirez. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. There's a strike.
Boog, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
Bummer checks over to first, and he's back. Here's a 1-1. That one fouled off. One-run game, one out, one on. Ground ball could be two. Flips it. There's one on to Smith. Two. So they make short work of him there. Last half of the eighth coming up. It's the Guardians 2 and the Braves 1.
Now pitching for
Back
Cleveland,
now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the eighth, Tim Herron. This is his 5th appearance of the year.
Leading off for the Braves, catcher Drake Baldwin.
And that one fouled off. Looking to get the tying run on base. Now a rip into left center. And there's one down.
Man, that's so frustrating. You hit the ball hard. You understand the situation. You want to get on base and try to score that tying run, but no reward right there, and just going to have to sit on it.
Olsen, batting with one down, takes a strike.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter. Way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
And a base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
And there's a ball.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
The Guardians holding on to a one-run lead here, the bottom half of the eighth inning. Close, but called a ball. And the count now 2-0. Catcher challenge. Will take another look. And that just scraped the zone. The call is overturned. Still 2 challenges left for them. 1-1 now. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
Here comes Mike Yastrzemski to the plate.
Right now they're looking for something, hit hard into the gaps, give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. Curve in the dirt, kicks away. Throws to second, save. That's a wild pitch, and the tying run moves into scoring position.
That's a tough spot for the catcher, Boog. No chance of stopping the outside pitch, and now the runner moves up. Those moments can be really frustrating.
And it's second. Swing and a miss, and the count 1-2. Now one missed. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Fouls that off to the left and will do it again. Olsen on at second with 2 down. In the dirt. No advance. Good job behind the dish. Payoff pitch. That's out to center field. Quan under it. And that is the 3rd out of the inning.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Back at Truist Park. Now it's the Guardians DH, Kyle Mansardo.
Ball, that's down.
The 1-0.
Ball.
Bomber deals. Swings and misses. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Well, that's a blue zone right there, or the cold zone on the hitting chart. Just doesn't have much success in that part of the strike zone. And a really good job of the pitcher executing. Try to go there as often as you can. The numbers are in your favor.
Here, what?
1-run game here in the top of the 9th. And that one a little below the knees. And the count even 1-1. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. It just shaved the zone. They'll keep their remaining challenge. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. Breaking ball, and that got him.
Up next for Cleveland.
Now it's the second baseman. 1 for 3. On the ground to short. Off balance feed. There's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. Nothing doing here this half. 6, 7, 8 scheduled to start the bottom of the 9th. It's the Guardians 2 and the Braves 1.
Now pitching for
So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Cade Smith.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
Leading off for the Braves, second baseman, Kyle Farmer.
In for a strike. Went with the sweeper.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
1-run game, bottom 9. Late swing, fouled off. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Gets him. One away on a drop third strike.
Up next for the Braves.
Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your closer. Come in and close the door. Cancel any hope that that opponent has in making some type of comeback in the ball game. Tell you what, that helps him settle in, and that helps everybody else relax a little bit to get these other 2 outs.
Smith, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. almost hit him. That's in there. That is strike 2.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen, so hard to play catch-up.
The 1-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. That misses. Ball 2. And that's downstairs and outside. Michael Harris the second in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. In there. Got him looking for the K. Braves down to their final out. Smith not happy about that called strike. Here's the challenge. And it's going to stay a strike. So they're now out of challenges.
That's the ball.
The Guardians trying to close out a one-run lead, and the home team trying to pull it out. Hard hit left side. Throw to first, ball game. And the Guardians claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.
Well, a tight 2-1 ball game. Classic pitching and defense in this game. A lot of good execution, and neither team really beat themselves by way of mistakes. But ultimately, it came down to 1 or 2 key plays to make the difference for the win.
And your final score here today, 2-1. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.